How do you retouch hundreds of jewelry photos exactly the same way? Same background, same placement, same padding on the frame, same positioning, same shadow, same retouching style, hundreds of photos. I'll show you. So we have AI Studio or standalone applications. Exactly the same thing under the hood, different user interface. You can use any of this. Let's try AI Studio. You first load it, you choose retouching, and you will have three modes here: rescue, precision, and vivid. The new feature that I'm talking about is on rescue or precision. Let's try rescue. This is one of my favorite. Retouch gemstones on, debanding not needed right now, mask mode not. Let's select square. Actually, let's select really good quality, almost 9 megapixel output, native, and here what I'm talking about, solid color background. When you turn on this option, you can select background from any that we have colors or choose your own, any color. What's important, this color will be carried over any image that process with it. I'll show you in a moment how to run hundreds of images in one click, but let's start with first. Because why it's important? This is AI retouching, and if you will be trying this, you know that AI could never get exact color. It always kind of drifting it away. So if you select pure background, pure white background, FFF, you never can guarantee that it will be across all the images that you retouch with the same settings. We solved this and our model can do this. So you select this, you make sure add shadow because it will add natural shadow there. Also framing control. When you shoot catalog photography, for catalogs it's super important to have placement of the jewelry item regardless of its dimensions exactly same way on the frame. We selected here the square, so it will be square, and this padding will be added to the longest side, meaning that 25% will be added on top and the rest filled on the side to get square if item is high. Or if it's white, it will be opposite. It will be added on a side, 25%, and then filled with the rest to get square output. This is super important for you to understand. Now, let's get the image, for example, this ring. Very good photo, but it needs to be retouched, right? It's, well, for catalog, for whatever. That's it. We don't need to do anything. Just click and wait. We have our result. As you can see, perfectly retouched with the shadow and exact 25% from the size of the ring itself on the longest side. And if you check, let's go to output, if you check the color, let's get a digital color meter. We have this beautiful thing and you see it's all, let's put it 100%. So it's all FFF across except the shadow, right? So this is the new mode that will give you a solid color background and framing control. Now, if you have many items, if let's say you have hundreds of items to process like this exactly the same way, here is how you do it. First, it's better to control the position of the shadow, intensity shadow, and size of the shadow, and defaults for the framing, so you don't need to set it every time. Let's go back to user settings. If you are Pro member, you will have this beautiful control, shadow and framing defaults. So for the shadow, you can control its intensity. 3 is really deep. Shadow size, like from 0.2, basically 20% or 300%. It's just a number. You can play which one will be the best for you. Let's standard. Standard is this. So I need it a little bit more intense, for example. I need to make sure shadow distance is 0, meaning that it won't be floating. It will be exactly under the subject. Softness is good. Shadow size maybe a little bit more. And well, intensity may be like this. And if let's say I need always 20% all around for my all images that I process, I have it here. And the color library, we have predefined colors for you, but you can always add your company color for the background or for whatever you need, right? You can always add your color, save it. Let's say my, let's call it bluish blue, right? And save settings. This is if you're a Pro member, so you set it once and then you go and I'll show you how to process hundreds or thousands items. Same way. You load, this is the same application as we just used, it's just a standalone. It's different user interface, some prefer Studio, some prefer this one. So here, when you upload in the images, when you go and upload images, you can drop as many files as needed, and actually we have integration with Google Drive, which we'll release in probably in a week. But anyway, you drop image here, and then you make sure to put a name. It's a tag that you can find those images in your uploads later, or you can run them as a batch. I already have done so, and I'm going to use this. This is 7 rings, okay? But it can be 700, it doesn't matter. You select it by tag, okay? And hit process images in batch. You process it, selected 7 images. You have the price for these 7 images for the given resolution and everything. Let's keep it square, 1 megapixel, just let's say for web, it's okay. I'm gonna put high the quality, okay, exactly, really nice one, and turn on my solid color background. Instead of white, I'm gonna choose my bluish blue, okay, for the sake of this demonstration. Bluish blue, this is my company color. I really like all jewelry to be exactly on this color, and it's CC E6FF hex color, okay. Edge shadow, yes, now the shadow is set my way, okay. Priming chrome control, you see it's 20% because I set it by default. And that's it. Everything is super nice, and the PNG Retouch gemstone is on, yes. And then generate. Okay, now it's all generating. Since it's batch, like I said, it will be 100 images or image, it doesn't matter. Make sure just to have credits, but you will see how much credits whole batch cost. And then you go to batches, and this is where you see the progress and everything of your batch. So let's wait till it finished. Okay, ready as you can see. So before downloading, you can go and check. If you will see, well, you can open it to examine more, but basically exactly the same shadow, exactly the same crop as you can see, regardless of the item size. We have, well, in this case, we have all of them 20% of its size on top and the bottom. Look, same shadow all the time, same placement right in the middle of the frame, and here you go. You can download all of them in one click.